So as regards long-term strategies, you recommend that, quote, companies need to work on developing effective talent development pipelines so that they can start to ingest junior candidates while working with educational institutes to help work on ways to provide them with continuous education programs based on the needs of the organizations in the general area. And you mentioned, of course, NIST NICE is a good reference point, as well as NCAEC and SFIA. So did you come up with any strategies or ideas for implementing the systematizing of this type of educational pipeline for company? And to that end, for the junior professionals who are already exhausted from the day-to-day work of the job, can you talk about ways that this model of continuous learning can become, say, as integral to the work week as the essential tasks of the job?
Yeah, and part of it is really just write it into the sizing of the job. As a manager, you should have a sized idea of what your employees are doing and how much time they're spending. And very often we just kind of just throw that on the cart, throw it out on the cart. It's like, and here's 40 hours of required training. Because especially if you're at a larger company, you've got a pretty heavy load. It could be up to like an entire week of required training for your just overall employee development. And then of course, if you're specialized, right, you're going to want to have separate training for that, go out to conferences. So make sure that you put that in your budget when you're going through the budget rounds, that there's travel capacity for people, that you sized that in so that they can go off and take a week to get educated. That's really the big thing, is to not just this is not something that's going to take care of itself. It has to be in the employee plan for that year. And I would also, I've done this a lot when I manage people, you put it into their goals for the year.
Yes.
Because that now you made yourself responsible. Your employee knows how important it is. And it's a lot harder if they're getting, their bonus is going to be dependent on whether or not they did what they were supposed to for that year. And one of those things was education. It's a lot harder to let that drop off. If it's oh yeah, that's nice, it's much more likely to drop off. So really solidifying, codifying it, and making sure that your organization has committed to it by giving the space and also giving the financial support to pay for that.
Yeah, the space is so important too, because I feel like it's not out of the question if you told your boss, well, it's Friday afternoon and I'm not doing the day-to-day work because I'm studying for my next, certification thing or whatever. They might say, oh, are you really doing that on company time or whatever? That's going to have to take a fundamental shift of, well, can't you just do that after dinner? It's like, no, I can't.
Yeah, don't do that.
I have kids. I have a parent I'm taking care of. It's just not going to work out like that. We can't live at our jobs all the time anymore, even though we're all at home all the time.
No, I mean, then it's like the performative work-life balance stuff where, the companies that are like, oh, we really value your work-life balance. Yeah, they value it until it's that the company wants you to do something, and then it's always the company's going to come first and some orgs, they're performative. They say it and they don't actually live it or do it. So yeah, and training definitely can slip off if you don't make time for it.
I'm excited to announce that our Infosec skills platform will be releasing a new challenge every month with 3 hands-on labs to put your cyber skills to the test. Each month, you'll build new skills ranging from secure coding to penetration testing to advanced persistent threats and everything in between. Plus, we're giving away more than $1,000 worth of prizes each month. Go to infosecinstitute.com/challenge and start your challenge right now.